Hi everyone, back here again for another video. A friend of mine who is a great supporter of my channel also is a very thoughtful friend. She thought of me and offered to lend the new MacBook Air M1, so of course I took the offer. Though I did not have a lot of time to use it. So what I will do for this video is talk about the MacBook Air's keyboard and trackpad and the difference with my iPad Magic keyboard. If I get a chance to borrow this again, then maybe I can make an iPad versus a MacBook Air performance video. Let me know if you're interested in that, and so I can show my friend your comments and maybe she will let me borrow this again. The MacBook Air's keyboard is a great keyboard, or maybe the right word is better. What I saw from different YouTubers' review is that apparently the older MacBooks from 2019 were using the very problematic butterfly switches that impacted many MacBook users. So, in 2020, they moved back the MacBooks to have the scissor keys, and this 2021 MacBook Air M1 version, and this I quote from Apple's website, they said, has the refined scissor mechanism, delivers the best typing experience ever on a Mac notebook. So why I'm mentioning this is because the iPad Magic Keyboard is also using the scissor mechanism, so this is why I will do a typing comparison. I want to see and feel which one is better. Now, typing on the iPad Magic Keyboard, I have small hands, so from the time I rest my wrist on the keyboard, the feel is just right. My palms are resting on it quite okay. I can type without any issues, even the first time I used this. I did not have any adjustment period. Maybe it's because I've been using a small keyboard like my Logitech K380 for quite some time now. The feel of the keys on the iPad Magic Keyboard is also really nice. It has low key travel and I use lesser force to type, so this means it's easy and good for my hands. With the low key travel, it also means the typing is really quiet, though I still feel and hear the satisfying clicks. The typing experience on the iPad Magic Keyboard is just really a good one, or maybe that's what I want to tell myself since I paid a lot of money for this. As for the MacBook Air keyboard, the first test I did using monkeytype.com, there was one test I got 96 words per minute, which is one of my highest scores. But in the last few tests I did, I could only get as high as 83 words per minute. The keys on the MacBook Air, I feel has a higher key travel. The iPad Magic Keyboard has a 1mm key travel, but for the Mac keyboard, I really don't know as I cannot find any information from Apple's website. So for those of you who have the MacBook Air, please do let me know in the comment section down below if you know how high or how low the key travel is. But here, let me show you a close-up look of pressing the keys on these two keyboards. What I notice is that the MacBook's keys are quite stiffer compared to my iPad Magic Keyboard. This is not a bad thing though, don't get me wrong. It feels more sturdy or tactile, and maybe because it is encased in an aluminum body compared to the plastic or fabric key material of the iPad Magic Keyboard. As you see here, there's not much gap around the keys on the MacBook Air compared to the iPad Magic Keyboard. You see the light bleeding out more on the iPad Magic Keyboard compared to the MacBook Airs. Although there are more space around the keys, the iPad Magic keyboards do not wobble at all. Anyway, here are some typing sounds on each of the keyboard. Let me know what you think has the better clicks. Leave me a comment down below. What is new on the MacBook Air's keyboard are the function keys, which are obviously not available on the iPad Magic Keyboard. The layout of the function keys are different though from the previous MacBook Airs. The 2020 model had the F4 for launching dashboard, and F5 and F6 are for the keyboard backlight controls. In the MacBook Air M1, the F4 is now for spotlight search, while F5 is to enable dictation and F6 is for do not disturb. All the rest remain the same, including the fingerprint scanner. Now let's talk about the trackpad. Obviously, the MacBook Air's trackpad is bigger. However, the size difference does not bother me, and it could be because I am used to the iPad Magic Keyboard's smaller trackpad because I've been using it for a while. Though those who are laptop users, this can be a deal breaker for them. Also, it did not take me long to learn the gestures on the iPad Magic Keyboard, but for the MacBook, I need some time to learn some of it, especially those that work kind of different with the iPad Magic trackpad. I had to look up the different gestures for the Mac from Apple's website. Almost all of it are the same with the iPad Magic Keyboard. What is not working on the iPad are the Smart Zoom and the Launchpad. Well, because there's no Launchpad on the iPad. The others apparently work the same. For example, this spread your thumb and the 3-finger swipe out to show the desktop. It works for the iPad, but since the trackpad is small, so it's quite hard to do it. It's better to do the 3-finger or 4-finger swipe up on the Magic Keyboard to go back to the home screen. For me personally, it takes some getting used to remember all the trackpad gestures on the MacBook Air. It's not the case though when I first used the iPad Magic Keyboard. It was easier for me to figure out how it works and what the gestures are for. I know it's cliche, but it really comes down to one's own preference, whether you're really a laptop user or more on an iPad user like me. In terms of the typing experience, both are great. I love typing on my iPad Magic Keyboard right from the beginning. The low-key travel, quiet but satisfying clicks make the experience really good for me, and that's why I keep using it. As for the MacBook Air's keyboard, it seems I type faster on it, so I kinda like it, but I'm not used to the stiffer keys, so I feel my fingers are working harder than typing on my Magic Keyboard. Anyway, for sure, if ever I move to a Mac, I think I will also enjoy the typing experience. So that's it. Thanks for watching.